everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Caroline and I live on the east coast of Yorkshire with my husband and our youngest daughter and quite a few animals. We love the homesteading sort of vibe, and my husband is always building all sorts in the garden for me, and I do the gardening and the cooking and the homemaking part of our life. And I'm very lucky that I don't have to work. I did work for a lot of years as a ballet teacher in Bridlington for a long time, nearly 30 years, and then something happened and I decided that enough was enough and I wanted to come back home. I also worked in a pottery studio with a dear friend who ran it for about 7 years. That was during COVID as well, so when COVID came to an end, unfortunately with it being a small business, that came to an end as well. It was good fun while it lasted. So this video is going to be about some of the things that I've bought at the carboot sale. We have a really big one twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from spring around Easter time up until the end of September. I think it finishes on the 1st of October, and it's really good. You get some really good deals. So as you know, I do like farmhouse style, so these are some of the things that I bought last week when my brother was over. We went to it and I'd just like to show you them, and it shows that you can get things on a budget and still make things look really lovely in your home. So this is like a little candlestick. I don't know whether to stain it or just leave it as it is because it is quite pretty, and this was 40p. It's also turned, hand turned, and it has like the little ledges around it, so I don't know if somebody's made it themselves. Oh, they have, yeah. Havian Craft wood turners. So it's a handmade thing for 40p. Ridiculous price, isn't it, for something so lovely as that? I'll just pop that there. I also bought this time jelly mould. I think this was £1.50. I do like things like this. I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet. Obviously it should really go in the kitchen, but whereabouts I'm not sure yet. I don't buy everything from the car boot. I sometimes buy things from places like Matalan as well, but I save up especially for those. I do the envelope style saving because I find that I can't be trusted with just a card, so I save up my bits of money over a few months and then I go and enjoy it properly. This was a bit more expensive. This was £3.50, and it's a French one. It has got a chip in it, but it is lovely. But it's a cabbage plate. But I quite like the fact it's got a little chip in it. I like things that are slightly broken, that you can mend, or that just have a bit of a war wound on them. I like to know who's owned it before. So that was really lovely for £3. Another thing I got was this. This was £3. That's my bird in the background. Hello, yes, hello. It's I guess it'd be a parmesan grater or a nutmeg grater, and it's in a box. It's really quite lovely. I think it's quite modern, but I think it's an old one. So it seems to be like I forgot what that wood's called, not teak, but yeah, so that's really nice as well. And the last thing I got was this tray. Was £1.50. I love a bit of galvanised zinc. I like primitive as well as rustic. So I didn't used to, I didn't really know about it. I used to have lots of sort of Georgian style around the house, which I still got odd bits of that. You know, rather grand looking. But I actually think this suits me more. I think I was copying other things that I'd seen when I had like country house sort of style. This suits me a lot more, this sort of rustic and farmhouse style. My dad was a son of farmers and a grandson of farmers, so even though he was an accountant, so kind of like that sort of feel. It rings brings me closer to him again as well. So that was lovely, £1.50. You know, you get a lot of savings. This is something else that I bought before, not today, this week. These were 50p each. I had 2 of these, and they're all hand painted. Very, very sweet. So that's just a few of the things that I got. It just shows you how you don't have to spend a lot of money to have some really beautiful things around the house. The rest of this video, I've recorded some of the things that I've been making in the last year or so, showing you what you can do with scraps of wood. My friend who I worked for at the pottery studio, she gave me some MDF that she'd had cut, and a few of the things that I'm going to show you in a minute are things that I've made from those pieces of MDF. It just shows you can take scraps and bits of rubbish and turn them into something rather nice. But I'll leave you to watch that. So this is a sign that I made during lockdown when we first decorated the lounge and dining room. It's on a piece of really scrap wood that I painted in the proper rustic farmhouse style. I decoupaged the letters and then painted over them, and the wreath actually is on a hook, but you can't really see it very well. This is a welcome sign that I've done recently. This is for autumn this year, to go on the porch. As you can see, there's a hook, and then I can just change over the bow when I feel like it. Doesn't have to just be for autumn. I made that on the Cricut, but I do prefer to handwrite if I can. This is my windmill that I made out of literally scraps of rubbish. The centre is one of those wooden slices. It's got upholstery pins in it. It's got ribbon as the blades. It's got one of those wreath holders on the back to make it look as though it's going round, and then 2 pieces of wood and then 2 lolly sticks, and just painted up and yeah, glued together basically. But I love it because I wanted a windmill. This is a little something that I made with some macrame. I haven't done macrame for a long time, but the first thing that I started to do when I got back into it. I used to do it at school when I was little. Anybody of my age probably did it as well, making the owls. And I just popped a bit of ribbon on. So again, it's just an embroidery hoop with some bits of string. This you saw me drawing the other day, just with a chalk pen on the back of a piece of wood. That's all that is. But again, I quite like it. It just reminds me to count my blessings. This was done on my Cricut again. This is obviously a rolling pin. I cut the letters out on the Cricut, and my youngest daughter painted the handles black for me. We did that last year. And this is one of my Christmas pieces of decor. This is on one of the pieces that I said that my friend gave me. We painted it white, and then I just hand drew and handwritten quote underneath. And I really love it because it's just so simple, but so easy to do if you just have a go. And this one is my other autumn piece that I did the year before last. And this again is all handwritten. I got the idea off the internet and thought, how can I make that with nothing? So I got my chalk pen out again and a piece of MDF that was given to me, and off I went. You really can make all sorts. This was a sign that was in the range, and I didn't have much money at the time. And again, I copied it. Another piece of MDF from the same lady, same friend who gave me it. And I just copied it, handwritten again, as you can see. Once again, remember, you are a human being, not just a human doing. Bye-bye.